Welcome back to Zombicide Black Plague. We're with Baldric and his bumbling band of adventurers trying to do Quest 3, The Shepherds. We're trying to go around this town. We're trying to rescue possible survivors, although we may find some that are infected. Up first for this turn is bumbling Baldric himself. So I'm going to readjust the camera. We've got a horde of zombies gathering over here. We're going to have Baldric's turn. All right, one thing I'd forgotten is that Baldric has the lovely flaming greatsword, which he found, and when you're in the yellow, you can use it. And so the first thing Baldric is going to do, actually, is he is going to put the sword, because he can put a sword in his armor slot. So he's going to put the flaming greatsword into his armor slot, rolls 3 dice, hits on a 5+, and does 2 damage per hit. Well, he's going to attack the runner and the 2 walkers in his immediate space. So this will be a melee attack, and he's going to be rolling 3 dice, and we'll see if bumbling Baldric can hit anything with the flaming greatsword. I'm sorry, it rolls 5 dice. What was I thinking? I don't know why I was thinking 3. It rolls actually 5 dice, hitting on a 5+. Wow. All right. And what does Baldric get? Holy mackerel, 6, 6, 5, and 5. And is there any... there's nothing extra for rolling a 6, but that is absolutely devastating, which is uncharacteristic for Baldric. He takes out all 3. The 2 walkers and the runner, that's going to give him 3 more experience. He's going to go from 9 up to 12. Wow. And that was his second action, because his first was to... put the flaming sword in his armor slot and then attack. So it's 2 actions. He has basically 2 more regular actions left and a spell casting action. So for his spellcaster action, he will fire into this group, and he has chain lightning. So he's going to be rolling 3 dice, hitting on a 5+, and we have to use targeting rules, and of course 3 dice hitting on 5+ does nothing. So that was his free spell casting. Now he's back to his old self. Another shot. He hits once. We'll take out 1 walker. And for his final action, he will then try that again 1 final time and misses again. So of all those dice, he only got 1 hit. 1 more experience for Baldric. That's the end of his turn. Up next, we have Dame Alyssa, who is down here, and we know what she's going to do. She's going to be shooting at the big baddie on the board. All right, it is now the turn of Alyssa, and she has the heavy crossbow, the short crossbow. She's still in the blue, though, but luckily for us, she did find, or Clovis found this in the crypt, gave it to her. You can use it with any level. And it does 3 damage on a hit, rolls 2 dice, hits on a 4+, range 1 to 2. So she will be shooting at the abomination, which if she hits it, will take it out. Alright, so we're going to set up the dice tower here again, so we can kind of see what we're doing with it, hopefully. And she's going to be rolling 2 dice, hitting on a, what did I say, it was a 4+. And she rolls a 3 and a 1, so for her first action was a failure. She's shooting at the abomination again, and this time she does roll a 4 and a 1, so 4 is a hit. For her second action, then, she has taken out the abomination. All right, that's worth 5 experience points. That's going to take her from 3 up to 8, pushing her into the yellow zone, giving her +1 action. So she now has 2 actions remaining. And I forgot, she has plenty of bolts. Oh my god, so she could have re-rolled the first miss. But you know what? In the excitement of taking down the abomination, she forgot all about having plenty of bolts. Yeah, that's it. Okay, she has 2 actions remaining. So I guess for her first of the 2 remaining actions, she will move up 1 spot. And then she may as well shoot at the fatty with her crossbow. Alright, heavy crossbow, 2 hits on a 4+, and she has plenty of bolts, which she remembers now. And she rolls a 6 and a 5, which is absolutely devastating. Takes the fatty down for 1 more experience. That's going to take her from 8 experience to 9, and that's going to end her turn as well. I don't think there's anything else to be done. So up next after Dame Alyssa will be Clovis. Alright, it is Clovis's turn, and I think I'm going to do something really boring with him. He's still in the blue. He's just going to move 1, 2, and 3 spaces, getting ready to knock open the doors. I don't think he wants to do... no, I'm going to retro that a bit. He's going to go 1, 2 here with Dame Alyssa, and then he will do an exchange with Dame Alyssa. He's going to give Dame Alyssa the Bastard Sword, which is a good melee weapon, because she doesn't have a melee weapon yet. She will then put her short bow into her backpack, and she will then equip the Bastard Sword. So now she has the heavy crossbow with the Bastard Sword equipped, and Clovis will be ready for his next turn to bash open or chop open these doors. So that was pretty quickly Clovis. Up next is Anne up in the north. So let's zoom in and see what Anne is going to do. Alright, and I should have used Baldrick's healing ability instead of him firing off that useless chain lightning spell. He should have equipped healing and healed one of them, because we have Anne, Nellie, and Baldrick all down a hit point, but hey, they're tough. They can last another turn or two without healing. It is now Anne's turn, and up first she's going to do an exchange with Baldrick. She is going to just basically take the flaming sword from Baldrick, and that will be all that happens. She's going to put it in her backpack. She's still in the blue, so she can't use it yet. For her second action, she's going to do Bloodlust melee, so she will jump into this horde of 2 fatties, a walker, and a runner. And now for her third and final action, getting kind of risky, she has the greatsword equipped, which is, we look at it here, rolling 5 dice, hitting on a 5+, doing 1 damage. So she is going to try to go into the orange, because she only needs 1 kill to do it. So she's going to roll 5 dice, and obviously she's not going to be targeting the fatties, because she can't take the fatties out with that greatsword. But if she can do at least 1 hit, and she did exactly 1 hit, she's going to take out the runner, because it's melee. She can choose the opposition she wants to take out. So that's going to bump her into the yellow exactly, giving her 1 more action. So she has 1 more action. She could do... I think she's going to just use the greatsword again and try and take out the 1 walker. And this gets, again, pretty darn risky, because Nellie then has to take out the 2 fatties. Oh, let's see, if she take out the 1 walker, she gets 2 5s. She doesn't have much difficulty there. She does get another hit, but fatties need 2 damage per hit to take them out. Does not have enough to do that. So Anne is at 8 experience. That's the end of Anne's turn. She's sitting in here now with 2 fatties. That's not great. Up last for this turn is going to be Nellie. Nellie has the hammer. Nellie has 4 actions, and yeah, this is going to be a little bit dicey, but hey, Anne and Nellie are a pretty good team. So for her free move, Nellie will move in here with the 2 fatties. She does have now 4 attacks. She's going to be rolling 1 die, hitting on a 4+, and will kill a fatty per hit. So her first attack misses. Oh, come on, Nellie. Her second attack, another 1. She has 2 more attempts to take out the fatties. A 4. 1 fatty is killed. She has a last attack. Can she crush the final fatty? As I throw the dice outside the dice tower, she rolls a 6. Wow, that was close, but Nellie pulls it off. She gets the kills she needs. That's 2 of them. The 2 fatties are gone with a hammer. Wow, it's giving her 2 more experience. From 9 to 11, that's the end of her turn. It's the end of everybody's turn. Up next will be zombie movement. And I think I'm going to zoom right out, move all the zombies, and then we're going to be into the spawning time. Alright, it's zombie movement time. So these walkers are going to come right up here. We have a big conga line of zombies here. These 2 will go here. These 2 walkers will go here. These all have line of sight, of course, to Baldrick, Nellie, and Anne. The 2 Deadeye walkers are still out of range. They only have a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Not even close. And the 4 slippery walkers, slipping out of my fingers, are moving up here. Alright, it is spawn time. We have 3 spawn zones. 1, 2, 3. first spawn zone, which is where Anne and Nellie are right now, is a necromancer. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I suppose that was a good place for the necromancer to show up, because he's probably going to be beaten down immediately. All right. Well, necromancer shows up, but with him, of course, comes a necromancer spawn point, and on the necromancer spawn point, as I knock Nellie off the board, comes a spawn of zombies with him, which is, what's it going to be? We are in the yellow, all standard runners. Wow, did we ever luck out, because we have no runners on the board. Excellent, good stuff. All right, so the necromancer shows up here by himself, and I think he's staring into the eyes of pain, because he has Anne and Nellie looking directly at him, and he's all by himself. So that's good. Good news. All right, the second spawn point over here, and we get a double spawn. All right, well, we're getting the nasties out of the way, which means the double spawn happens to the south. Necromancer. Okay, that's interesting. He's going to try to make a run for it, so he runs right here into Baldrick's space. I don't believe he's impeded by these guys. Pretty sure he's not. All right, and the second spawn at the bottom is one fatty. Wow, I think we got extremely lucky as far as that spawn goes. Hardly anything on the board. Good stuff. All right, up first for our second turn for this episode will be Dame Alyssa. And she's right there. She has a bastard sword now, so she is able to open doors, and I think that might be an option. So let me do a little bit of thinking about that. We're going to come right back. We're going to have Dame Alyssa take her turn. Okay, so Dame Alyssa's right here. She has a bastard sword. I think she's going to try and crack open this door. Bastard sword rolls 2 dice, hits on a 4+. So she's, for her first of 4 actions, she's trying to open this door, and she doesn't do it. Damn it! All right, 3 more actions. Going to try and open it again. She rolls a 5 this time. She succeeds to open the door. All right, so she has 2 actions remaining. I have to remember that. Door is open. Of course, we need to spawn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3 for the spawning. So the first spawn, we're all in the yellow. Here is 3 walkers. Okay, 3 walkers are in the big room here. Not too terrible. In the objective room, in the yellow, we get a fatty. Okay, again, we can probably deal with that. In the objective room is a fatty, and in the third final room for this place, we have 4 walkers. Okay, quite a pile of zombies. None of them too devastating for us, so that's not bad. And she has 2 actions remaining. With her 2 actions remaining, she has a heavy crossbow. She could either shoot at these guys or these guys. Clovis has no ability, of course, to do 2 damage. So the fatty would have to be taken down by Dame Alyssa, and her ranged weapon, of course, is from 1 to 2, so she can't shoot it in the same space. So we'll have to do a little bit of careful thinking for this one. But I think Dame Alyssa will shoot into this room. She has 2 actions remaining. She has the heavy crossbow hitting on a 4+, so we will see what she gets. She gets 1 hit, taking out 1 walker, giving her 1 more experience from 9 up to 10. And she may as well do that 1 more time and see what she can get. And she has plenty of bolts, so she gets 1 more hit, but she's not going to re-roll it. Takes out another walker for another experience up to 11. That is going to end off her turn. So not bad. So she cracked the door open. I suppose she should have cracked open that door, but I don't know. Up next, of course, for this turn will be Clovis. He's wielding double short swords. And oh man, there's so many. I'm getting a bunch of items now. I think, what's he going to do? I think I've got a somewhat cunning plan for the Clovis Alyssa duo. So we're going to come right back and we're going to have Clovis take his turn. All right, while everybody is in the yellow, Clovis is still in the blue though. Clovis only has 3 actions. So I think what we're going to do with Clovis, we're going to first action, he's going to move into this room, as is just kind of off camera. For his second action, he will then use his dual short swords to attack the one walker. If he hits the walker and kills it, that will put him into the yellow zone, giving him an extra action. So he's going to be rolling 4 dice because he gets +1 die per melee, and he's dual wielding short swords, which are +1 die, so a die each. So this total of 4 hits on a 4+. So he has 2 hits. He goes in and chops up this guy without much issue, giving him the 1 experience he needs to put him onto the next level, making him, giving him +1 action. So he has 2 actions now remaining. For his first of the 2 remaining actions, he will do a search, because now there are no zombies in that room, and he finds a lightning bolt spell. Stick it in the backpack and worry about it another time. For his final action, he will move back out into the street with Dame Alyssa. Okay, that's it for Clovis. Up next, Anne. Alright, here we have Anne, of course. Now Anne, she is now in the yellow. Her first action will be to do a rearrangement of her items. She's going to now equip the Flaming Greatsword. Why not? 5 dice hits on a 5+, does 2 damage per hit, and then she will take her Greatsword and put it into her backpack. So that's action 1. Her second action is her Bloodlust melee. She will move into the space with the necromancer trying to flee to an exit. She gets, of course, a free melee attack because of Bloodlust melee, and I believe we can get all that on camera. She's rolling 5 dice, hitting on a 5+. All right, let's see if she can hit the necromancer. She gets 2 5s. Yeah, no problem at all. Takes out the necromancer. He is toast, giving Anne an experience point, 8 up to 9, and getting rid of, oh, okay, now we can get rid of, I should mention this, any spawn point we want. Now, if we want to, we can get rid of the spawn point at the bottom of the board, or we can get rid of the necromancer spawn point and leave the 3 spaced out around, or we can get rid of the spawn point way over on the other side of the board, and then nothing else would spawn that way for us to, I don't know. So I think for now we are just going to get rid of the necromancer spawn point and leave the 3 spread out around the board. And I think Anne had another action remaining at least, because she did an exchange, and that was 2. So she has 2 actions remaining, and she could do another Bloodlust melee into this zone. She would basically be rolling 10 dice, hitting on a if she has 2 actions left, she could actually take the healing, do an exchange, take the healing spell from Baldric, equip it, and then cast the healing spell for her final 2 actions. But I don't think she's going to bother, because Baldric has the ability to do that, cast a spell for free. So, I think for the final 2 actions, I think she will go 1-2. I think we want to get all of our heroes together and start banding up, heading through some of these areas. All right, that was it for Anne. Up next will be Nellie. All right, and I think what Nellie's going to do, she's going to take her free move and move here. Now, she has a short bow equipped, and she's in the yellow. She has plenty of arrows, so she will fire her short bow into these 2 walkers, trying to plink them off. So let's have her attack. The first one, it's on a 3+, a 4. Was there ever any doubt? Nellie takes out one of the walkers. That gets her another experience. 11 to 12. She has 3 actions remaining. She may as well shoot again at the next walker. And she has plenty of arrows, and she rolls a 1. So with plenty of arrows, she gets to re-roll. and she gets a 5. So she also takes down that walker. All right, not a big deal. And she still has 2 actions remaining. She's now at 13 experience. Heading into the orange zone means 19 experience, so a little bit of a ways to go yet. 2 more actions. I think she's going to go down the street to 1-2 to join Anne down here. All right, up last for this turn will be bumbling Baldric himself. So let me think about what he's going to do, and then we're going to have him take his turn. All right, I think it's pretty cut and dry to what we want Baldric to do. He's going to take his first 2 actions, 1-2. He has a free spellcasting action and another action remaining. For his remaining action, he will do an exchange. He's going to take his chain lightning spell out of his hand. He's going to put his healing spell into hand. He has now, so 1-2, that was 3 actions. He has 4 actions because he's in the yellow. So 1-2, third action was an exchange, so he has a regular action and a spellcasting action. For his spellcasting action, he will cast healing on himself. So he's going to go from 2 hit points back up to his full 3 hit points. He has 1 action remaining, and I think with his 1 action remaining, I think he may as well move in here with Clovis and Alyssa. And that is going to be the conclusion of their turn. And so let me readjust the camera. We're going to have the zombies move. And then we are going to do the spawning. And that will be the end of our episode for today. All right, it is zombie activation time. Pretty easy to do in the room here. The fatty will, of course, move here. These 4 walkers then will move down to this location. Not a problem. These 2 guys have line of sight. They're going to walk here. The fatty will walk here. These 2 now are equidistant to the most noise down here, so they're going to split up. One's going to go this way. One's going to go this way. This walker will go down here. These 2 walkers will go here. The 2 Deadeye walkers will go there, and the 4 walkers will go this way. So everything is now moved. It is now spawn time. And we are in the yellow still. Nobody's popped over into the orange yet. We don't really want that. Immediately, first spawn zone up in the left. Yellow zone, 2 fatties. Okay, these fatty guys just keep popping out of the woodwork. Must have been a well-fed populace in this town. All right, 2 fatties there. Next spawn point we have is over on this end, and we get 4. Oh man, 4. These Deadeye walkers show up in masses. 4 Deadeye walkers this time. That spawn point. Okay, that's not great, but it's what it is. The last spawn point on the south end is 3 Deadeye walkers. Okay, the archers are coming out in force. So we have 3 Deadeye walkers here. Okay. And that is going to conclude our episode for today. So I'm going to wrap it all up here. Our heroes are now bunching up together nicely, which is good. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 5 objectives on the board to deal with. One of them's in an open room. I want to open up this room next time. The big room needs to be opened up pretty quickly because that's going to be a huge spawn zone. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 rooms in there, and then we have 2 smaller rooms, 1 at the top, 1 down here at the bottom. And if we can get to all those objectives, we will, of course, win the scenario. But that's going to be for take a while yet. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Zombicide Black Plague. We have Baldrick's bumbling band taking on Quest 3, the Shepherds. We're going through the town, looking for survivors. Of course, some of them will be infected, causing us issues. So thanks so much. Thanks for your comments, your subscriptions, your likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation of Baldrick's bumbling band in Zombicide Black Plague, Quest number 3, the Shepherds.